Hi, so we will just wait for a couple of seconds for people to start joining in, and then we will start today's session. This is the second session from a session of three, from a series of three. So, in today's session, again, we will speak about baking, obviously, and also the business part of baking. I received a lot of forms from which I have selected three. So, the first form was something we discussed yesterday. It was somebody's journey who had recently started their home bakery and was struggling with time management, with creating a menu, with understanding what people want. So that was addressing different issues. Today's form is addressing different issues. So okay, I see a lot of people have started joining in. So hello and thank you everyone for joining. Am I audible? Is my voice clear? I hope that is clear, so I can continue with the form. If a couple of people could just reply with yes, it's clear, I would love to start. You guys can hear me, right? Okay, perfect. Okay. So since I am audible now, I will just start reading this form, and this is somebody who has already started their journey a couple of years ago. They started 2 years ago. They started baking in 2019, and in 2022 they started their home bakery. Now the struggle is that they are not getting consistent orders and they don't know how to deal with the day-to-day business of running a home bakery, and that is what I wanted to discuss because I saw a lot of such similar issues in the other forms as well, and I would love to hear from you all. If you have similar issues, just keep pitching in and keep asking your questions. I will get back to you in the end of the session, and this won't take long. I would like to wrap it up pretty quickly, not like yesterday's session which lasted for 50 minutes when I said I will only take much lesser time. Okay, so it starts with this. I'm a mother of 2 kids in Mumbai, a homemaker and a home baker. I began baking 2019 and made my younger son's 3rd birthday cake and other treats because they enjoyed it and I love to bake for them. I started my home bakery as a business in September 2022 after completing an online diploma course and started taking orders. Now, something about the online diploma courses. I cannot speak for all the courses obviously because I've not seen all of them, but a lot of my students have taken online diploma courses from a lot of reputed institutes, and the problem which they're facing is that they will teach you how to make those cakes, but either they lack the finishing because there is no constant guidance or support who can actually help them out with improving their skills, or a lot of times what I've seen with other online diploma courses is that it's almost like a very vast syllabus is covered, but you still don't understand what really sells. So you don't have a complete understanding of what will actually be useful for you as a business compared to just all the bread baking or all the pastry making skills. That is one problem I've noticed. Okay. I usually take orders for customized cream cakes, but I also bake muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and macarons. I'm skilled at it, but I haven't received any orders beside customized cakes. Yes, that is again a very common problem with people who are selling custom cakes. And I'll tell you why you're facing this problem in the first place. I'll tell you why you're not getting any orders apart from the custom cakes, and that is because custom cakes is something which already has demand, right? For example, if you run a home bakery and people are looking for a Barbie themed cake or a Cars themed cake or let's say any bento cakes in a particular like father themed cake. There is an occasion, they have a concept in mind, they just have to find the person and get it made, and then usually such people will order like 4 to 5 cakes every year for multiple occasions for their family members and close friends. And also because these are slightly higher in charges, people will not order them for every other birthday. They will only order them for the most important birthdays where they can afford to splurge a little extra money on the cakes. The reason why your regular orders are not selling is because they don't have a demand already. So people they're not aware of, can I buy it right now, or what is the need of buying it. So they don't see it as something they want to actively spend money on. And this is where you need to understand how to create demand. You'll need to understand some methods of marketing in how to create demand. You'll need to understand how to get your customers who were already getting these customized cakes from you, how to get them to order from you again and again, how to get them to order these products from you again and again. Okay. Then it says making cookies in a small oven is also very time consuming. It actually is very time consuming, and that is why I suggest first thing, never sell cookies by weight. If you're a home baker, stop selling cookies by 250 grams, 500 grams, because you will never be able to match a good number of cookies with in grams. Like for example, in 250 grams, let's say you are making 7 cookies. For 7 cookies, I think it'll be a little difficult for someone to pay a certain amount of money, because there is always this comparison with the bakery. Instead, try selling cookies by per piece, and make sets of like 4 cookies, 5 cookies, things like this, and try to experiment with cookies which are a little bit different compared to what you already get in the market. Like you already get the coconut and jeera cookies and such stuff in the market, so there's a very direct comparison. Instead, I will suggest you to try flavors like red velvet cookies with some white chocolate filling in them, Nutella stuffed cookies. So soft, huge cookies would actually be a very good idea here. You can actually make them in much lesser quantity. You don't have to make them in so much of quantity to fulfill one order. And another very big benefit of making soft cookies is that you will also learn how to semi-prep. So when you have a smaller oven, it's very difficult to just make a full batch of cookies and then wait for one batch to bake. Like the overall cookie baking will take at least 2 to 3 hours, and it doesn't really make any sense to spend so long on a batch of cookies for one order. Instead, what you can do is you can learn how to semi-prep it. So for example, you make the dough and make it into balls, and then you store it in the refrigerator or the freezer if your recipe can allow that. Like all my recipes, when I've created them, I believe all my recipes from the cookies class, apart from just one, is easily you can easily refrigerate it. It's semi-preppable. So in that case, you just take it out and you put it on the oven tray, preheated oven tray, and then you bake it. And that way, for let's say there is an order of 4 huge cookies, you can fulfill it in just 20 minutes. That's what I will suggest you for cookies. Sorry for that. Okay, then she says, my elder child is in 9th grade and my younger one is in 3rd grade, so I don't have much time to dedicate to my business. You can say time management is my biggest problem. As a single parent, I have to manage everything on my own, so it's tiring. It definitely must be tiring, like especially as a single parent, managing everything along with a business is, how do you do it? I don't know. But about time management, I actually, in yesterday's session, if you go on the profile, you can watch the replay. In yesterday's session, I spoke a lot about how to create your schedule and how to manage your time better. And I'm definitely sure this will really, really help you. Go and check it out after this session is over. This session won't be super long anyway. Okay. Then she says, I want to do many things, but I think because of this, and even though I normally bake at night, filming everything is also a problem, and posting consistently is very tiring. I actually checked out her Instagram page when she filled the form, and I noticed something, that her last post was the month before this. Then, so basically she's posting once a month, and if you're just posting once a month, I believe it's a little difficult to post a lot of content if you're just posting once a month. So what you can do is you can try to batch create some content. For example, like yesterday I suggested a couple of tips for posting the same content again and again. Follow those tips, and also instead of thinking like what can I post next, create a content calendar for yourself. And when you are shooting you take a piece of paper, or you take you create an Excel sheet or any Google Doc, a WhatsApp chat with yourself. I do this all the time. Create a WhatsApp chat with yourself where you've written down content ideas, and there you write down the name of the post or the theme of the post. For example, post about the process of baking, post about the quality of ingredients I'm using, post about benefits of buying from home bakers, post about just aesthetic shots of this cake, post about the backstory of this cake, like somebody ordered this cake from me and this was their story. You can post about, so like, okay, right now I gave you at least 7 to 8 ideas for every, like, just one cake, 7 to 8 ideas. So yeah, find such prompts. I will also try to post more about this because this is something which I want to discuss in a lot of detail. I have discussed this in some detail in my level 1 and level 2 of Start Your Home Bakery and 90-day Baking Business Boost. But yeah, this is sort of an extension of the same thing. If you don't have that course, just DM me and I'll help you with it. But this is sort of an extension of the same thing where I'm telling you how to create more and more content without spending so much of time, because I understand how time consuming it gets. Okay. Then she says, even though I bake at night, filming everything is a problem. I understand this because yesterday's live I suggested a couple of solutions for filming using daylight, and that is probably the best solution. Like, without natural light, it's a little difficult to shoot at home in a tube light. So what you can do is, instead of using tube lights, get yourself a soft box. So I'm just going to turn my camera and show you the soft box. So this is also basically like a jugaad only. There is a soft box right here, and in front of that I have tied my scarf. And you can see the light right now. The light is really good, and that's what I do. I will suggest that, or you can get a ring light. I think ring light would be a little cheaper, so you can get that. And in front of the ring light, you can even put a dupatta or a scarf in front of it, so it diffuses the light a bit more, and that way filming will be easier. One thing I realized this year about filming is, we in our kitchens usually we have the black granite slab or any dark colored granite slab. I don't think most Indian households have a marble or a white colored slab. In such cases, you take a surface, you like to take a big board, or take a big wooden board, or maybe even cover your kitchen table with some vinyl coating, like what I have on my table, like this coating which we have. This works very, very well because now your backdrop is ready and you have a source of light. This will make your content creation super, super easy. Like, while you are making the cake, it's super easy. Shooting the final shots is super easy. Cleaning is super easy. And I definitely feel like my content creation has started taking literally 50% of the time it used to take compared to now. I wish somebody gave me this tip a couple of years ago. I would have posted so much more content by now. Okay. And posting consistently is very tiring. I completely understand that part as well. And again, in this case, I will suggest you to post more and more content from your older cakes, because I saw that, because again, since you've been doing this for some time and you're getting orders, once or twice, then start posting older cakes again, with different captions, with different covers, with different in different styles of editing. Use trending audios and just overlay those videos over there, like just arrange those videos in that particular template, and I think that will be very, very helpful. It will take you barely 15-20 minutes to create one whole reel if you have the videos ready. Okay, then I asked her, what have you already tried? So she said, I have already taken many classes for cheesecakes, cookies and macarons, because I love baking these items and I'm skilled at making customized cakes. My clients are usually my family, friends and their relatives, and they love my baked goods and always give positive feedbacks. My problem here is menu planning and determining the appropriate charges for my cakes. So if your clients are your existing friends, family and their relatives, then I will suggest you to spread the word. Since you are getting good reviews, so your work is good, so ask them to spread more and more work. You can even give them some incentive, or like a referral program, because if somebody is giving you some contacts and they are also getting something in return for goodwill, and I believe that will be very, very helpful. For example, if somebody is giving you a referral, then you can maybe do like a 10 or 15% off on their next order. So that is something you can try to do, because word of mouth at this stage would be great. My concern right now with the way this business is working is that it's dependent so much on family, friends and their relatives. these people can only order a certain limited amount of numbers. So try to increase your customer base, and by you can do this by word of mouth marketing, like I told you, and the other thing you can try to do is finding completely newer markets. The best way to do that is stalls. So for example, I think in December we launched this stalls course, Home Baker's Guide to Pop-ups and Stalls, which a lot of students from this page have taken, and they all really enjoyed it and benefited from it. And there were home bakers who had very recently started their business, and even they got a lot of leads from these places. I teach you how to find these opportunities. I also teach you how to contact these people, how to make sure these are the right places. We also have a support group where we help each other with what you can keep at the stall, how do you make sure that you get more followers, you make profit, and you get repeat orders from these places. And it works like a charm. It's literally 4 hours long, and it's just like worth its weight in gold. But yeah, I will definitely suggest stalls. One of my students actually got 100 leads from just one stall they put up in some place. Okay, now next she says, my problem here is menu planning and determining appropriate charges for my cakes. I'll give you a couple of tips for menu planning again. This is something which I already share on my profile, but I will share this with you again. Your menu planning should depend upon your ideal client. So for example, your menu needs to cater to people who are people who are preferring chocolate based desserts, because I believe chocolate and non-chocolate is there are two sects. People who like chocolate are usually hardcore chocolate fans, and who don't like chocolate want something non-chocolatey. So have something for both of them, chocolatey and non-chocolatey. Something which can be made for special occasions, and something which can be made for regular day-to-day consumption without a special occasion in place. Like for example, cookies, you don't need a special occasion, so have something like this in your menu. Okay, we have a question: how to create demand for regular items like muffins, cupcakes, cakesicles, cake pops, jar cakes, tub cakes, cookies, tres leches cakes, brownies, single slice cakes, tea cakes, etc. I don't think you need to sell all of these items, firstly because you'll be overwhelmed with how much inventory you have to stock. But to create demand for such items, I believe a very important part of this is understanding who your ideal client is, and once you have an understanding of that, you make sure that you communicate to these people again and again that you sell these items. Because what I see a lot of home bakers doing is, and I saw this on this particular person's page as well, their page did not mention much of the other items. It was only full of customized cakes. So how are people supposed to know that you're selling all these other items as well? So post a lot about these other items. Also, when these people are taking the orders, you message them that these items are available, you launch some specials, you create these opportunities for people to buy these items. I believe I speak about this in the 90-day baking business boost class as well, the level 2. But yeah, these are some of the tips. So basically you inform these people usually, trust me, these people usually don't even know that you have these items. I'll tell you how I know this. So I was, this happened like 4 or 5 years ago. I had a bake sale at my studio, and I asked people, okay, would you like to try my cookies? And so many of them told me that, oh, you baked cookies? I didn't know that. And I was like, I've been baking cookies for 4 or 5 years now. How do you not know that? And that's when I realized, okay, why would these people know that I bake cookies? I post about it maybe once a month, and how will they know? For example, even you all right now, do you know the names of all of my courses? You don't, obviously, because I don't talk about all of my courses. Only some people know who have already taken those courses. So that is a problem with your products as well. People don't know about them. So you need to start posting about it more often, and you need to start like verbally telling people directly that I have these products and I think you will really like this. And sometimes, your posts can say things like, perfect for, if it's a summer special, then make it about summer. Basically, you're selling the experience and not really a product. For example, why do people buy ice creams? Not because they want to buy ice creams, because in summers, they love ice creams. That is why in summers, ice creams are selling more. Then same goes for, cupcakes. So for example, around Valentine's Day, if your cupcakes have some heart-shaped decorations, people are more likely to buy your cupcakes because now they see an opportunity of buying these cupcakes and using them as a gift item compared to the same old bouquet of roses. So that is how you create the demand. Okay, the next part is, often I think I'm undercharging and that is my main problem. This is mostly about confidence. So I want to understand from you, what is your reference for charging? Are you just trying to match the charges of your competitors? Because that's not a very good strategy. You are completely different from them, and nobody truly has just one competitor. So it's impossible to match all the prices. And another thing I want to understand from your question is, are you accounting for your time when you're charging for something? Are you accounting for the time? Because you said that your custom cakes sell the most, but custom cakes will also take the most time. So are you charging for them appropriately? And if you feel you're undercharging, then what is stopping you from charging more? Is it a confidence related issue? Because if it is that, then maybe just see what happens if you charge more. If people are questioning the price, the increased price, you can explain the value, you can explain why you deserve this. You don't have to haggle or negotiate with them, and that's something you will have to do ultimately. If you are undercharging, you will get burnt out. So try that. Next month I believe it is scheduled for the 19th of May, but I will have to check my schedule. I have a class coming up on pricing for home bakers, and that will talk a lot about the buyer's mindset and your mindset about charging, competitors, confidence, strategies for pricing, discounts, everything. I will discuss everything in so much detail, and I will really suggest that class. But for now, I believe for the next 1 month, just see what happens when you charge higher. Do you get a lot of resistance from customers? If yes, then answer them appropriately. Okay, now we're at the last part of this. Even though I bake many different items, I prefer making customized cakes because they are more profitable. Yes, they are, but you are spending so much of more time on customized cakes. And I enjoy the design aspect the most. However, I also want my clients to order other items from me. Like I said, I want to receive orders more regularly, but I'm not sure how to achieve that. Actually, your question is the answer. Once your clients order the other items from you, you will start getting regular orders. Because see, again, like I said, cakes can be ordered only 6-7 times a year unless you market it properly. And other items can be ordered literally once a week, once a month. So the same client will be ordering from you literally 2, 3, 4 more times compared to what they were originally ordering. And also they might order these extra items along with the cake. So for example, they bought a box of cake, they will also get a box of cupcakes if they know your cupcakes are good. So yep, create demand, like I said. And then she says, currently I only get orders once or twice a week. I don't think it's bad, it's okay, but you can definitely get more orders. But you told me that you are facing problems with time management. So maybe focus on the time management bit first and then focus on how to get more orders, because you are not finding time for posting, right? So how will you find more time to post if you are getting more orders right now? So this needs to be fixed in like a particular chronology instead of just trying to fix everything together. I will share in the end what I would do first and what I would do next. Okay. I know I could decorate dummies for posting, but again, time is a problem. See, I told you, time is a problem. I don't think it's a great idea anyway to post dummies to decorate dummies for posting. It makes absolutely no sense, because if you're already getting orders once or twice a week, you already have literally 1 or 2 reels, at least 1 or 2 reels ready. Then by using what I just told you in the live earlier, you can create the same reel literally, like you can create the same use the same footage literally multiple times. So you have more than 1 week's worth of content if you're just getting 2 orders a week. I don't think you need to decorate dummies. It's such a waste of time and money, especially. If I have orders, I'm busy fulfilling them, and if I don't, I struggle to find the time. Like I said about the time management, you need to fix this first, and then you need to fix how to get more orders. Otherwise, you will just lose it. That's where having a schedule for necessary tasks of the day comes in. I will suggest you. So when you are making your schedule, like what I suggested in yesterday's live, when you're making your schedule, you try to put 1 or 2 hours separately just for the necessary tasks. This 1 or 2 hour will include your accounting, it will include your marketing, it will also include your inventory management, or if you have some of that system in place. And you just have to promise yourself that you will not skip these tasks. Every single month on, let's say, 2nd or 3rd, you have to do the accounts and you have to do it. There is no escaping it. Otherwise, you will just feel like you're not growing, or you'll just feel stuck. Especially with the marketing part, I would suggest you to just stick to like 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day and spend this time very, very wisely on marketing. Okay. So I believe that's the end of the letter, and I actually wrote down 3 steps which I would do if I were you. So first one would be, I would focus on finding newer clients by stalls, by word of mouth. I will just sit down without any distractions and take a pen and paper and just write down what can I do to get newer clients. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you will find more ways. Otherwise, my DMs are always open to help you out if you tell me a bit more. But I would suggest find newer clients using stalls and using word of mouth. These are the strongest ways of finding newer clients quickly. Compared to Instagram, obviously will work very, very well, but it's not as quick. So that's what I will suggest. The second thing I would do is try to see how I can get regular orders by promoting non-custom products. Like I suggested earlier, I will tell these people about it, I will post more about it, I will practice more of these items, and I will create more opportunities by hosting bake sales and also on stalls. It's a great way of promoting such products and getting more and more orders for stuff like cookies and brownies and things like that. And the third thing I would do is I would figure out how to post regularly. Very, very important. And since it's been so long since you've been doing this for 2 years already, you can use old videos of your cakes if you still have them right now, and then because right now you're posting just once a month, so you can use older videos and repurpose them again and again with different captions and different cover images, and that will also work for you. That will save a lot of time. I hope all of these tips helped. And when we talk about how to create demand, we need to have products which are really, really good quality and people just keep coming back for them. And one such product is brownies. So like I suggested yesterday, like I launched the class yesterday, the best-selling brownies bundle is here. This is one bundle with 3 master classes: the fudgy brownies, the cakey brownies, which are my signature, and the blondies. This will cover everything about brownies that you need to know, all the science. And I spent so long in creating all the lectures, and so much of science went to it. 50 or 60 plus trials went into this whole process, and I had so much of fun creating this course, and I'm so sure that you all will love it. It comes with lifetime access to the course videos, which are very, very detailed, lifetime access to the ebooks, to my support, which is the most important part of the course. These are commercial friendly recipes, by the way, so long shelf life, very profitable, and very consistent results. Literally every single result will be perfect. And what else? You get a pricing calculator, you get the links to the ingredients, you get my vendors contacts, you get access to my private community, you get so much more than you have ever imagined, and this will literally be the only brownies class you need. After this live ends, they'll check out the caption. There will be a discount coupon in the caption. So save it and use it on 1st of May, and that's when the gates open for the best-selling brownies bundle. I hope all of these tips helped you. Check out the replay on the feed, and thank you so much for joining.